Hello, darlings. Come right on into my humble abode. Welcome. This is my foyer. I'm not gonna go into my actual room, so just gonna give you a foyer tour. Just start here. I thought these were so funny. Here we go. Better late than ugly. Life is the art of dying. Life is not the same without your best friend. Woman searches for where men get the audacity. Girls just want to have fun. That's my favorite. Woman dies after drowning in vodka, then wakes up in a morgue and returns to party. That's my type of shit. We got a little shout out to Sharon Stedman, sprinkle, sprinkle. I bring nothing to the table, absolutely nothing. This is my girl, Tiffany girl. Put these titties up. We got lenses and him. She a freak, don't mind her. This is my background singers. Asia, Tasia, Deja, and Shanice. Shanice just don't care. Shanice. So my world is basically burlesque and old timey. I'm very obsessed with it. And I just figured, you know, why not for this tour? Bring you guys into my world so I can actually have some fun. And yeah, over the years, I collect pieces, but I also just do stuff on my own time. Like, I think this is cosplay. Is that what it's called? Cosplay? Yeah, I went to one of them conventions and I was some anime girl. It was hella fun. And I had this long ass wig. And I dressed up for Christmas. I was like Miss Claus. And I just do this just to be up in my house. This is so cute. Ah! Yes. Yeah, I just love to dress up. And this I got out of a department store. I think it was Saks. I saw this in the display and I was just like, gotta have it. I stole it, I put it in my bag, and I walked clean out. So, you know, I hope that they don't come back and get me for this later. But I just knew that I had a home for it. This is my little foyer tour, and we're just gonna talk about some things. What's your biggest joy in life? My biggest joy in life is my kids. That's not difficult to answer at all. I love them with all of my heart, and honestly, I really don't know what I would do without them. When they're gone for too long, I do get depressed, and that's why tour is so hard for me too, because I can't take them off their schedule. They have to go. I would be a bad mom to take them out of school, to take them out of their activities. They have to have their social skills and build relationships, healthy relationships. You know, I want them to be really smart. So, and be on a schedule. Most importantly, I want them to have regulated nervous systems. I don't want them stressed out from bus to bus, from plane to plane, up here and up there. Don't know when they're going to bed, eating meals that are not home cooked. So they have to go home, and I just be so freaking sad about that. They are my light, my pride and joy, my happiness, and my everything, to be honest, because I know that they're the only ones who love me for me. I don't gotta do nothing. I can wake up with my wig off and no makeup, and they're gonna love me the same, even though Bubbles still gonna clock my teeth. She be like, girl, your hair not done and your makeup not done. Where you going? She be clocking my best friend too. And she be clocking our outfits. Miss deep down. But, and she's 4. But yeah. How am I so vulnerable in my music? I know people often ask me, how do you do it? But it's no strategy to it. I'm just a very emotional person because I'm an empath. And I feel everything more than everybody. I hear everything, I see everything, and everything to me is just a lot more deep than when someone else may look at something. They're just like, oh, it's just that. But to me, it's like, no, it's that because it's this and this and that. And did you peep this? And like, that's how my brain works. I don't regret how it works because it's brought me this far, but I'm just very passionate, and that's what makes my music so great. And I had to learn to be happy about like how my brain works and how my heart works and how my emotions works, because it's helped so many people. It's brought so many people together. It's healed so many people. It's moved so many people. It's helped people who thought they couldn't feel again. And I think that's just such a blessing. But I still never did it for anybody. It's kind of like a diary. And when I write, I never sit here and write and think about like, oh yeah, is this gonna hit the charts? Is this gonna hit this gonna hit the radio? That's why I'm kind of like losing my passion for music, because it's more so now the stuff I want to make is like, girl, you can't put that on the radio. So then I don't care no more. But like BP for my very first project, my old stuff like that, Baby, or even my clear projects, that's my favorite type of music to make. Pull Up, all of that. My Harry Coochie music, that's what I like. Yeah, I make it for me so that I can heal. Like when I'm going through something, that's how I get it out, because I don't really have a lot of people to talk to half the time. So that's just how I get it out, and that's just how I heal. And it just be emotional because I be in the moment of it. I don't be like, I use writers sometimes for songs that I feel like I can't connect with, but 8 times out of 10, your girl wrote it because that's what's going on in my life right then. I'm just glad that it can help people.
How you doing? Better now. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topic.
Do I care about what people say about my body? To be quite honest, no. I think I took a lie detector test one time, and that was one of the questions, and it answered no. I just don't care. I don't know. I mean, I'm not supposed to, but it's what I like. Everybody like what they like. Some people like to be skinty. Some people like to be thick. Some people like to be big and round all around town. And some people like to be muscular, bodybuilders, everything like. And some people just like the bimbo look. I like a big old titty, a tiny itty bitty little waist that look like just gonna snap in half, and a big old massive ass. That's what I like. And a little extra fat around the sides on the bones to jiggle when I walk. Yeah, I love plastic surgery. I done did everything you can think of. And I know for most celebrities, they try to hide it, or they try to keep it to themselves, or they'll deny it. I don't know. Down to my freckles is fake. I got those tattoos. Honey, we can go from the top of my head down to the bottom of my feet is fake, and I love it. It's tea, and it's meant for me. So I don't know. People say what they want to say. I see all the time DMs, oh, why don't you get this reduced and that reduced? And they come to me, tell me what they think I should do, like I asked. It's never going to go anywhere. I got my boobs done 5 times, and I got it done the last time because they didn't go as big as I wanted them to go. There's nothing that anybody can tell me that is going to make me not want to look like this. So I think everybody can really kind of save it. But if it makes you feel good to tell me, just, write a letter. What's your toughest battle in life? My toughest battle in life, I think it's always been a tug of war between infatuation of me and trying to humble me. And people try to suppress my creative out of fear of not understanding what exactly is happening. I think I guess that's in human nature. It's like if you don't understand something, they're like, kill it, get it out of here. And especially in Black spaces, I think it's a lot of people have like a box view of like what a Black girl is supposed to be, or what a Black man is supposed to be, or if you have like tattoos and things like that, how you're supposed to act. And that can get really difficult for people to grasp, like being able to exist in so many different spaces and just being multifaceted. I know a lot of people always say like, oh, I wouldn't expect her to sound like that when she talks, or I wouldn't expect her to act like that after we listen to her songs. I don't know why, but for some reason it kind of like pisses people off. I don't know, but yeah. I think when I was younger, I wish a lot of people tried to get to know me more, instead of trying to like shut it down, like ask more questions. And I think especially like my parents, they would always see me drawn all over my arm. So it's like I've been the same from day one. I knew who I was. I used to draw all up and down my arms. Um, and now I'm completely covered in tattoos from almost head to toe. And I think until I got famous, nobody really respected me for just being artistic and being creative. I think maybe that's a lot of people's story. I don't know. Let me not say that because a lot of people are probably supported in their homes. But yeah, it's always like, oh my gosh, she's just wasting time. She's just playing around. Here she go up in that room on that guitar again. And now it changed my entire life. I'm glad that I never let anybody try to deter me from what I took interest in. Even when I went to school for audio engineering, I think a lot of people was like, she want to go to art school. I went to art school, Art Institute of Atlanta. Oh, she want to go to art school. That ain't no real job. Blah blah blah. But yeah, got me sitting in a mansion now. So, but at the end of the day, I'm just glad that I always stay true to myself, and I always been this person. I always been, you know, pretty shy for the most part, unless I'm with people I'm comfortable with. My thoughts and how I act, how I dress, how I move, been very consistent. And in the words of the great Duran Bernard, it's not for them to understand. It's just for them to experience, People pay to see this. So you gotta just be you. What are my thoughts on social anxiety and mental health? I think to the day I die, I'll probably be an advocator for social anxiety and mental health, only because I feel like there's not enough representation for it. And that's the only reason why I deal with a lot of the backlash and the hate and the bullying that I do, because people actually just don't know what it is. Again, I think a lot of people just have a definition of what something is supposed to look like in their head. And again, if they don't understand it, then they hate it instead of trying to just use their brain to like dissect it and understand that people are different than them, and that's what makes the world go round. I want to say that it's just what it sounds like. Social anxiety. You have to be in a social setting. It's usually what triggers it. And uncomfortable, like with people that you don't know, is usually when you'll be your most uncomfortable. But even if you're in a social setting, if you're with people who make you feel safe, then you won't be as uncomfortable. For example, there was a video of me on stage accepting maybe my first award. It was a Soul Train Award. And I got up there like this and I said, "Thank you, London on the check. Thank you, LV Thank you for my award." And I took it and I scurried off the stage like this in a baby voice because I was very comfortable. I went up there by myself. I wasn't expecting to be looked at or called on. Everybody was staring at me, felt like everybody was judging me. And there was a million things going through my mind that just made me feel like, oh my God, I could just like pee on myself right now. But then you catch me in the club on my head with my legs wide open in a split, and money is being thrown up into the air because Sexy Red and Sukihana and Santana make me feel comfortable enough to be myself, which is my real self. If you have social anxiety, it doesn't mean that you don't have a personality. If you have social anxiety, it doesn't mean that you don't have a life. I think I got a lot of backlash for people seeing me have fun on Bourbon Street. It was my first Mardi Gras. I don't know why people think like, oh, she has social anxiety. She has to live under a rock, under her bed, and can never come out and can never do anything or experience anything. And a lot of people talk but don't know the aspects of the story. I went out there, it was a lot of people. I had 8 men surrounding me so no one could touch me or talk to me. And then I took a picture with the Lorax. I like the Lorax, save the trees. And somebody actually went up to the person dressed up in the suit and asked for me, could we take a picture? I never actually spoke to anybody except for the one person that I was with. Because even the other 8 people surrounding us, I didn't even know them. I knew the person I was with, and that's the only person I spoke to that whole time. Doesn't mean I couldn't go out and enjoy myself. I tailored it to my liking. I took pictures and I had a good time because I love to people watch. I love to observe. That's my thing. I go out all the time and I really just like to look. I don't really like to say too much. It cracked me up. People are so funny when you just people watch from afar. They be doing all types of shit. Get you a drink and sit back. That's my shit. But yeah, you can be loud. You can shake ass. You can do whatever. It kind of sometimes makes you seem like you have 10 personalities. I have a personality where I'm real spiritual and I'm real into my religion and I read my Bible and I'm quiet and I'm meek and I do what I need to do. I have a personality where I'm gonna shake that ass. I might cuss you out. I might beat your ass. I didn't been to jail for whooping ass before. You know, I have a real bad temper. If you get me mad, if you get me there, you know, it can get nuts. That's another reason why I'm kind of real quiet, because maybe you really don't want to do it. I have another personality, the one that you saw on the Soul Train. I'm very like, really my real personality, like my most personality is like baby girl, baby doll. Like I just be like, dee dee dee, la la la. Like very, like, baby, when I get to yapping, would you love me if I was a worm? Like, I'm so annoying. And I love a fun fact. I'm a whimsy girl, like, that's when, but I have to feel safe. I just have to. Like, not a lot of people are gonna see that. I have my personality where I like to get into the politics. I like to get into the conspiracies that aren't conspiracies, because everything I ever said was a conspiracy has been proven right. Intellectual girly, like, I have so many different avenues, and then I get into mommy mode, and that's a different personality. That's very just nurturing and very loving and very warm, unless they get to do it too much. Sometimes I gotta put them in their place. And it's just so many, everybody just gets a different version of me depending on how they treat me and how they act. Yeah, everybody doesn't get the same thing. If I'm out at a meet and greet or something like that, where, you know, just because I appreciate so much people listening to my music, but it still doesn't erase my social anxiety. I still don't like know you, because like it's our first time meeting. So then I kind of just be like, it's not rude, or it's not that I don't fuck with nobody. I just don't know them yet. So I just be like processing in my head like what to do. But to other people, I can completely understand how that can come off as like, this bitch weird or she rude. But you know, it's a real thing, and it's not even a sensitive topic for me anymore. I think I'll open up about it even more. So Xanax is something that is prescribed for bad anxiety. I used to be addicted to Xanax so bad to the point that I would wake up and not even know where I am. I've had people call me, be like, Summer, why was you at the rehearsal space last night? It's 1 a.m. What was you doing there? There wasn't no rehearsal call. Why were you there? They had to put me back in the car, child, and send me back home. And it's worse when you got money, because people just let you do anything. And it's also worse when you got money, because people love when you high, because they want to use you. And I ain't gonna call out some people that was giving me all that stuff. They know who they are. Just giving me bags and bags of it. This was before I had any kids. I'm so glad that I have kids now, because it cut it out and stopped it. But it was so bad. And I literally just was a mess, just a hot mess, just every day. You lose days, like, because it fucks with your memory. You'll lose a whole week. Don't even know what happened. But I was on it because of my anxiety. I didn't have any control of it yet, and my fame was like going up so much that I didn't really know how to like be in these spaces. I used to go to club postings and cry in the club. I would put on sunglasses and a mask so nobody could see, and I'd just be in there crying. I got my money though. Quiet in the club, child. Trying to hide up under that bob. And I think my first tour with Black, I had to cancel because I couldn't take it. I've come so far. I've come so far. I used to be like, I would shake, just walk around just shaking, just paranoid. Just I couldn't even take a road trip one time. Like one time I was driving with somebody from Vegas to LA, and the whole time I couldn't even rest or chill because I thought that they were going to open the door, let me out in the desert, and try to kill me or leave me out there. It just be scenarios. I used to couldn't even get a massage where you lay down and you put your head in the table because I would think, someone's gonna stab me in my back. I don't know, or choke me out because it's such a vulnerable state. These are the type of things that go through your head when you have real bad anxiety like that. You don't trust nobody. You think everybody's trying to get you, and it's just like you just scared, you just nervous, and you just anxious. It's just severe anxiety. That's all it is from being around people, social, that you don't know. That's all it is. But that's why I'll never stop talking about it, because I know how far I've come, how much therapy I did, how much spiritual work I did, how much internal work I did, shadow work, glamour magic, everything under the sun to get me to this point where I can be sober every day and show up as a great mom, show up to my job, the best of ability that I have right now. And yeah, like I could never let anybody try to take that away from me and tell me that I don't have that shit. I know what I went through. I only talk about it consistently to let other people know you can do it. If you on that medication, I'm not going to say to stop, but I will say start looking at different avenues so that you can figure out eventually how to take a different route, because nobody should have to live like that, just like a zombie, just drugged up, just so they don't have to be scared to go outside. Nobody should have to live like that. So keep going, keep trying. I believe in you. And it also didn't help that my fame was going up, but I didn't have the proper support system. I didn't have the family, I didn't have the friends, and even the man that I had at the time wasn't helping. He was enabling bad behavior at the time, just so that everybody can get the work done. That's all that anybody cares about, is we just got to get the money, we just got to get the work done. Yeah, that's really hard, on top of people's baby mothers attacking me and just going crazy. It was all so much at one time. Lip gloss break. I know that in my position, a lot of people are never gonna just understand that I'm a human being. A lot of people aren't gonna care if I'm eating when they want something from me, or if I'm with my kids when they want something from me, or how I feel. People will say the just most evil shit about you and your kids and everything online, and nobody will care. You kind of just got to deal with it. And then if you do respond, it's like, why is she responding? Kind of can't win. But no, I don't really care what people say about me. Even when people think that they know a story or know something, they never really know the full details. And sometimes I don't really go fully into detail, because for what? It's not their business. Do I care about the relationship with my fans? Of course I care about the relationship with my fans. I think that's really an odd question. I'm just not super warm and fuzzy like I think how celebrities are. They see people and they go up and hug people, and they go up and kiss people on the cheek and really embrace people, because I don't know, my brain obviously just works different, but the social anxiety jumps in, and then I still feel like, oh, well, I don't know this person quite yet. So I can't just like jump into it like that. That's basically me with everyone. It's not really like just a fan thing. But I don't know you, I just kind of be like, hey. But I do really appreciate all of the support that I've been getting my whole career. I feel like I get so much support and I don't do that much, like, because I'm not really a red carpet girl. Because again, I don't really like to be out. I don't go to every event. I don't go to every award show. But still, y'all run my music up. Y'all run up anything I put out, and that I really, really, really do appreciate that. It's also nice to know that other people can relate to me and relate to what I've been through. I'm also a little just like standoffish. Like this right now is probably the most that I've ever really dove into my actual life. I might address a situation from time to time. Yeah, I'm trying to be more vulnerable. I think it's like hard to decipher between like fans and people who actually fuck with you and like the switch up people, you know? Because it's like one day this in this industry, one day they love you, the next day they hate you. We've seen it with all the celebs. And it's kind of just like, I don't know how to be fake. Like, how do I know that you weren't the same person? Like the same person trying to like hug me right now. How do I know you're not the same person like in my DM telling me I'm a stupid fat bitch and needs to take my ass out? Like, you know? I just don't know. But you see that anxiety? Why am I even thinking about that? But that, yeah, like I don't know. It just is what it is. I want to explain it because I don't want people to think that I don't fuck with them. I do. I just like be like you fuck with me for real? I don't know. And it's like I want to get closer with my fans. I just don't know how because I'm awkward. But I said that I want to be closer. But like I see you and you see me. We telepathically connect. I'm sending you a kiss right now. Pull up, pull up, pull up.